Now we're in the next section, which again has got these bow-fronted tanks. This one's got a large selection of very nice rainbow fishes, probably from Sulawesi, most of them, or Borneo or Indonesia, some part of Indonesia anyway, but they're all different and they're all very nice. I should really get into rainbow fishes one day. I never have done, I've never kept them. I've often had the opportunity to buy them, but somehow I wanted to save them for a rainy day, so to speak. This is called a pig-nosed turtle, for the reason that it has a piggy nose like that. Hello pig-nosed turtle, you alright? Very nice. He doesn't seem to be taking chunks out of them. It's very nice of you not to take chunks out of the rainbow fishes. So very nice. This one's obviously under advisement. Nothing going on there. We thank you for your patience and understanding. Tanganyika. Well, that's nice, isn't it? You've got your Trophiuses and what have you here. That's a very nice set of Trophius. They're all mixed up together with different sorts of Tanganyika fishes. And of course you've got the rocky and sandy bottom that you'd expect from that lake. What you don't have is Alfrox here. Alfrox is the kind of algae that they've got in Tanganyika that is the basis of what they eat. But I'm sure they probably get given lots of salads instead, as well as proprietary fish foods which they can do well on, especially ones formulated for Tanganyika fishes. It's very beautiful, isn't it? So I never had a Tanganyika tank, although I have had Neolamprologis brichardi. Oh, look at the size of that roach. I've obviously kept this, but I never had one that big. And there's denison barbs. These are fish which you see in the trade. In this tank you've got fish that you do see in the trade. These denison barbs, these cherry barbs. There's a long thin cherry barb. All of those blue gouramis. Various kinds of danio, I think mainly Malabaricus, are they danios? Very nice Cosby, blue gourami. So a nice community of fishes there. The denison barbs, if you give them the space, you can see how big they get. Really big. And they do look a treat. They look as though they're almost painted, but that's all natural colouring. They haven't been in the hobby for all that long. I think I first saw them about 15 years ago. And this huge yo-yo roach just goes to show how big they'll get if they give them the space. Oshalohachata. So, never seen one that big before. Certainly none of the ones I've had have ever got that big. I've kept them on several occasions and never got quite that big. We've got some, I don't know if that's carbon dioxide coming in there or what it is that's making that mist. Interesting enough. What it is doing, or whether that's necessary for any particular animal that's down there. Maybe it's this mist, autumn mist turned into, looks like dry ice, but I don't think they do that all day long. Glass fishes and fishes of Asia. So there you've got your glass fishes. Asian fishes. Bloodfin. So there's a bloodfin characters. I'm not sure they're from Asia. I thought bloodfin characters were from South America, but I don't have a perfect knowledge of these things. These are these are Rasboras, aren't they? So that's Southeast Asia for sure. Can't quibble with that. I don't know what that is going up to. Maybe it's a snail that's developed a bit of a bubble. These are, I don't think they're red belly, I think they're black piranhas, which still is in Cerosalmus. But maybe they are red bellies, there's a bit of red on that one, I'm not sure. Red bellies are Pygocentris now, Naturera, yeah, maybe that's what they are, but that one looks more like a black piranha, which is still Cerosalmus. Let's see if it's a mix or just red bellies. red belly piranha and leopard pleco. What they call them, leopard pleco? Oh, Pterodactylus gibbicets. I just call that a gibbicets. There's a big one down there, yes. And lives with these piranhas without any kind of harm occurring to them, which kind of makes you wonder about the reputation. But you wouldn't want to, you wouldn't want to put your hand in there necessarily, especially not at the time when they're expecting to be fed. But in the main, especially when they're smaller, they're more timid than people give them credit for in the films and everything. Over sensationalised. This one's unfortunately got cataracts, which happens a lot in older fishes. Discus, they're beautiful. I'm doing very well, even mixed in a tank with this much of mixed species. The discus are doing very well. And then you've got some hatchet fishes, looking very nice. Some mixed tetras. You've got lemon tetras, they look like, I'm not quite sure which, all of these tetras, you've got like a kind of, you've got big cardinals there, and how big those cardinals are, beautiful over there. Really interesting how big and bright they are. I mean, the shells coming this way, isn't that wonderful? This is really doing well. Even though there's a lot of different types of fish, and there's a completely albino one down there. Then you've got some angels, scalari, or altum, probably altum angels, so those ones might be. The cardinal tetras are really, really nice, really bright. And there's a huge amount of them. In the tank this size, they really got excellent conditions. This is a top-class fish keeper. There's a Corydoras down there, some Corydoras down there. I imagine quite a lot of breeding goes on in a big natural-looking tank like this. Whether any of the fry get, because it's a densely populated, whether any of the fry get to adulthood, well, probably occasionally they do, but you can't count on it when it's a big population like this. You wouldn't expect to see so many fish in one place in the wild, but certainly all of the fish in this tank do coexist in the same ecosystem. They're all South American fishes. And also there's rams. I can see this big Amarillo is down there as well, some rams. So that's a really impressive, that's one of the most impressive Amazon style tanks I've ever seen. Very, very good. Hats off to the person who made this, who looks after it, and who put the mix together and designed it. Hats off. That's what I call a fish keeper. Hipparchus, that's Balzani. Very pretty. Along other kinds of cichlid from Central and South America. And a very large pleco, whose nose you can see there. Very nice cichlids again, hatchet fish at the top. What have we got over here? I've gone past on that side. Congo tetras, aren't they? And there's a Steatocranus over there. Steatocranus casuaris, which is worth, with a lump on its head there. That's worth zooming in on. What else can I see? That's a nice little orange. That's a jewel cichlid. That's called, they're calling it Turkana jewel cichlid. So these are African. Ooh, there. That's something you don't see much. I've never seen that one before. That must be that African So it's like a typical African shape of a cichlid, but with that wonderful anal fin there. Is that African red eye tetra? Could be. Could be. The eye isn't red, but it's that kind of shape. And cribs, of course, cribensis. This is African fishes anyway, so one thing they all have in common there. These seem to be Malawi and Buna. So you've got your Malawi, had your Tanganyika over there, you've got your Malawi here. So the Great Lakes represented. This is in the zoo as well. This is Amblyosperma mixicana, which is the no idea fish. It has no eyes, yeah, because it lives in a cage where it doesn't need the eyes. So the PAX6 gene gets switched off to save energy for other organ development. These are very beautiful barbs. I see Odessa barbs, black velvet barbs. I see Schuberti barbs, which is not much of a rarity. You've also got this five-banded barb. I thought I saw. Yeah, they're up there. Yeah. And here you've got tiny barbs like the checker barb, Barbus oligolepis. Although that's not what it says it is. Now there are some rarer things on the thing, which it's saying that there's Espeirosporus, and it's saying that there's a Vietnamese multi-banded zebra loach. It's not given me. Unionillus punctatus. I've never seen that, and I'm a loach man. So that's interesting, isn't it? You've got your white cloud mountain minnows, which is Chinese. You've got some other fish there that I don't really know. Oops. Those might be no, that's not a Rospor, it might be some kind of Achille. They're small fish from China and Asia. So maybe another break.